So now that we have the new Pixel tablet from Google finally available, and it comes with its own speaker dock, is it a better choice than the newest iPad 10th generation? Today we're going to compare as much as possible to find out, so let's go ahead and get started. Pricing on these two tablets is going to be very similar. $449 for the iPad, about $50 more at $499 for the Pixel. Now technically I feel like the tablet is cheaper than that, considering the dock by itself is about $130. But as of this video, I don't believe you can buy the tablet without the dock. You're going to get 4 different color options for the iPad and 2 storage options, 64 or 256, 3 color options for the Pixel tablet, and then 128 or 256 storage options. So if you go with the base models, a little better storage for the Pixel tablet. Now when comparing the screens on these two, the Pixel tablet has a 10.95 inch IPS LCD display at 1600 by 2560 resolution. The iPad has a 10.9 inch IPS LCD display with 1640 by 2360 resolution. So when you put these next to each other, the Pixel tablet is a little longer or a little bit more widescreen in landscape mode, where the iPad is a little bit wider or more of a square shape. Overall screen brightness is pretty similar, but in person the Pixel tablet appears to be a tad brighter with slightly better viewing angles than the iPad, but both are actually pretty nice quality for watching movies, TV shows, or playing games on. It may come down to personal preference, but this one is actually really close. I think most people will be satisfied regardless of which one you go with. As far as build quality goes, sort of a toss up here, but I feel like the iPad might feel just a little bit more premium than the Pixel tablet. When it comes to the battery life, one of these is good, the other one is quite a bit better. The iPad lasted just over 5.5 hours in my battery drain test, a little over 7.5 hours for the Pixel tablet. Now keep in mind that's at 100% screen brightness and more of an extreme use, so you can probably double that time with normal or light use, and if you turn the screen brightness down. But you're going to have wireless charging using the speaker dock for the Pixel tablet, so you may not need to charge it as often if you're going to be using it that way most of the time anyways. But if you want the tablet with better battery life, you'll want to go with the Pixel. Now one advantage you get with the iPad 10 is it has video out, where you can simply attach an HDMI adapter to an external monitor or TV, where you don't have that option with the Pixel tablet. You would have to use a Chromecast or something similar to that in order to get your screen from your tablet to a monitor or TV. But one advantage with the Pixel tablet, it does have Google Cast built into it, so you can cast from your phone or other devices onto the tablet. You can also use the first gen Apple Pencil with the iPad 10, and then the Pixel tablet supports USI 2.0 stylus pens, so may depend on what you're doing with these tablets, but either way, just nice to have pen or stylus support on both tablets. Now software wise is going to be a little different between these two, but there are some similarities, especially if you put the Pixel tablet on gesture navigation. Left of the home screen you're going to have the Google Discover newsfeed. On the Pixel tablet, left of the home screen on the iPad, you've got several widget options to choose from. Notification shade is going to be a little different as well. You also have the taskbar down at the bottom if you're using navigation buttons. It's sort of hidden if you're using gesture navigation. And there's going to be small differences between the two, and again, it's sort of going to be up to you on which one you like better. For me, I like things about both, so I don't think you can go wrong with either one when it comes to the software. And then somewhat similar, you have a fingerprint scanner right on the power button for both tablets, and they both work really nice. Probably a little more reliable than what you normally see where they have it built into the screen. Placement on those buttons though may be personal preference. I feel like the iPad placement feels a little more natural, especially if you're going to use your tablet in portrait mode. Landscape mode, not too bad for the Pixel tablet though. Performance-wise, both tablets feel nice and smooth. Neither one feels slow, at least in my testing. You've got 8 GB of RAM with the Pixel tablet and the Tensor G2 processor, 4 GB of RAM with the iPad with the A14 Bionic chip. If you look at the Geekbench scores on these two tablets, they're actually closer than what you would think. And single core and multi-core scores However, if you look at compute scores, the iPad wins that one pretty easily. I don't feel like you can go wrong with either one, but it's sort of tough to beat the performance of the iPad, especially if you need to do more intense things like video editing, then you'd probably want to go with the iPad. Sort of the same story with gaming to play games like Asphalt 9, PUBG Mobile. Nice thing about the Pixel tablet, if you're using a controller, you can actually play games while it's charging on the dock. Just makes it really nice. You probably don't even need a stand or case if you're going to be using it that way, but you are going to get a little better graphics and frame rates with the iPad. Now, good thing is you've got speakers on each side of both tablets. However, the Pixel tablets are a little bit louder, and once you connect the Pixel tablet to the included speaker dock, it's not really that close. It just adds more bass and quite a bit louder overall when compared to the iPad. But here's a quick sample of each just to give you an idea of what they sound like. Now, when it comes to the cameras, they're both decent quality, at least for tablets. You've got an 8 megapixel wide angle lens on the front and on the back of the Pixel tablet, 12 megapixel wide angle lens on the back of the iPad, and then an ultra wide 12 megapixel on the front. But one advantage for the iPad, you can shoot up to 4K 60 frames per second for video recording, only 1080p 30 frames per second for the Pixel. I do feel the camera quality is maybe a little better on the iPad, but here's a few samples of each just to give you an idea of what to expect. So hopefully this video gives you a little closer look at the new Pixel tablet from Google and the newest iPad 10. I feel like this one was a little bit closer than I thought it would be, and it may just come down to personal preference and just how you want to use your tablet. I know I've got some more comparisons to do with the new Pixel tablet, not to mention other tablet comparisons as well. So you'll want to look out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.